Hey, what's going on, my friends? As you all know, this is Solomon, and I remember when I was living in Israel, a buddy of mine had he went on this website, this beautiful Italian website, and what he did was he found a pair of black Italian leather shoes. I'm telling you, they cost about $250, right? But they were absolutely gorgeous. I mean, beautiful. He showed me, say, Solomon, come here, and check out these shoes. And I went to the website. I said, man, those are some pretty nice shoes. I said, you gonna buy it? He said, yeah. I mean, they're beautiful. And I said, hey, dude, but they're like about $250. He said, I don't care. I mean, they're beautiful. I said, yeah, they are beautiful. I agree. What's amazing is a month later. By the way, he was supposed to receive those shoes in 2 weeks. He received it a month later. Interesting. He was so excited. He opened the package. I mean, he just freaking ripped over the package. And he saw the shoes. And he was so disappointed. And he said, I remember like it was just, he said, Solomon, man, you got to come here. You got to see these things. and he showed it to me. And there were a pair of ugly green shoes. And I started laughing at him. It reminds me about the movie The Secret, which is, by the way, by Rhonda Byrnes, which is, by the way, a beautiful beautiful movie, very well documented. There's a lot of truths to what it says, but then also it could be misleading, right? Tony Robbins interviewed interviewed and coached to over 50 million people. And what he discovered from this interview and coaching, and he coached world-class athletes. And what he discovered was, do you want to learn or know about or learn what is the holy grail to peak performance? All right? Wouldn't that be great? Well, that's what he discovered. And here, let me show you how it looks like and what it looks like, right? First, can you see that? All right. First, you have it always begins with your beliefs. Your beliefs feeds into the amount of potential that you have. By thinking that you have a certain amount of potential, it goes into your action, the amount of action that you'll take, and then from there, it'll make you take certain results. So it always begins with your belief. And the Bible says if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. Your beliefs is critical. Your beliefs is powerful. Your beliefs is where it all begins. But here's what's important about this cycle. From your beliefs to your potential, to the amount of action that you take, to the results that you'll get, and it will feed into your beliefs. That can either be a vicious cycle, which is poisonous, or a victor's circle, which is fulfilling. Let me explain. Around early 1900s, it was discovered by scientists that it was humanly impossible for the human body, to break the 4-minute mile barrier. Humanely impossible. I mean, they came up with statistics, they came up with facts, they came up with whatever. That it was absolutely humanely impossible for the body to break the 4-minute mile barrier. Until. And in the 1940s, right, 1940, someone was able to run the 4-minute the mile in like 4 minutes and 1 second or 3 seconds, right? And that record lasted for about 9 years, until one man who changed his belief, who turned his belief into total conviction. And this is how he did it. Roger Bannister. He didn't change his training regime. He continued to train the same way. But here's what he did change: his mindset. Here's what he did change: his focus. Here's what he did change: how he visualized. And he visualized, and he kept on thinking about the same thing, that he actually broke the 4-minute mile barrier. And guess what? In May 1953 or 54, whatever the date was, he broke the 4-minute mile barrier. And he did it within 3 minutes and 59 seconds. What's interesting enough, is 2 years later, guess what? 30 people was able to break that 4-minute mile barrier. Now we have high school students breaking the 4-minute mile barrier. Now the record is like 3 minutes and 43 seconds. When at one time it was considered to be humanely impossible, it is now humanely possible. Once you understand this vicious circle, the vicious cycle, or the victor's circle, depending on which one you're in, you'll realize that it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's your self-fulfilling prophecy that leads to self-fulfilling self-sabotage, which can be a brutal beast, and we know that, right? How many times we hear about the lottery winners who wins hundreds of millions of dollars just to find themselves broke after a couple of years. Why? Once again, it begins with their beliefs. Their beliefs determines their potential, determines their self-identity, determines their self-concept, their self-esteem. And as a result, it creates a certain amount of action that they take, and then from there it just takes results, and from those action creates results. They start spending things, they start spending foolishly, they start wasting their money, they start giving it all away, not knowing what to do, not knowing how to invest. If you can't save $1, what makes you think you're gonna be able to save $1 million, right? So, and that's what happens. That action becomes the results, and the results continue to feed into their beliefs, and then once again it goes back, they'll be broke again. As fast as they make the money, or they won the money, will be as fast as they will lose it. I remember when I was living in Virginia, I met a real estate builder who taught me how to buy properties with no money down. I was buying about 2 or 3 properties a month. And interesting enough, after about 4 or 5 months, I had well over $2.5 million in assets within 5 or 6 months. That's how many assets I had. And then a couple years later, I foreclosed on 3 properties, and I had to short sell the rest. Why? Because I learned the strategy, I learned the techniques, I learned exactly what to do, but the one thing I didn't learn how to do was change my belief. I didn't believe that I was worthy of all those properties. It was too big for my own conception. It was too big for my own identity. And as a result, I lost the properties. Now I know better. Now I know what to do. Now, do you want to discover the new advanced mind technology that literally guarantees peak performance? Wouldn't that be great? You want to know what it is? Here it is. Take complete control over your mind, your psychology, and your body, your physiology. Once you're able to do that, you will take complete control over your life. You see, once you control your body and mind, you learn how to tap into a state of conviction. You see, conviction is nothing but a mindset and a physiology, right? You can change the way you feel by changing the way you breathe, by changing the way you move your body. I feel good now just because of the way I'm moving my body with all my energy, with all my force, and even before I created this video, I prepared myself mentally, and because I want to serve you, I want to give you all that I have through my mind, through my heart. I just want to give, I just want to serve, and I just want to provide. And you do that by changing your conviction, by changing your physiology, by changing your mindset. You do that, as a result, guess what happens when you learn how to change your mind and when you learn how to change your body or take control of them? You speak differently. You act differently. You look differently. You become a creative problem solver. Instead of dwelling on the problems, you start solving the problems. You start focusing on satisfying results instead of satisfying statistics. Right? You become more powerful. You become more liked. You become more attractive. You become more magnetic. Right? There's a Jewish proverb that says, in Proverbs, it says, a righteous man falls down 7 times and gets up. When you learn how to control your mind and your body with complete faith and conviction, that, and only then well, you'll find the courage, the commitment, the mindset, the mental attitude, the physical strength to fall down 7 times. Most importantly, to get back up. So I'm going to conclude with this. There was a rabbi by the name of Tov Heller. And the rabbi once said, if you want to meet a princess, make yourself a prince. And the way you do that, remember this, my friends. Life begins with your mindset. And it's through your faith and conviction and level of certainty that will determine. You gotta go back to this circle, this victor's cycle, or this vicious circle. It will determine your potential, the amount of action you take, and then the results you'll receive, and it will just continue to feed in your beliefs. That, my friends, is how you go from the vicious circle, the vicious cycle, into the victor's circle. My friends, thank you for allowing me to teach you this wonderful lesson. If you want to, all I ask is a couple of things. If you like this video, please provide your comment down below. If you want to learn more about how to utilize your mind and your body, click on the link below, enter your email address, and I will send you more. I'll let you know when I have new videos out. Until next time, remember this, and it will change your life. Every day you're going to ask yourself, did I grow? Did I contribute? Was I effective? And if you're able to say yes, then you're going to lead a life of tremendous fulfillment. Until next time, this is Solomon. Thank you for watching. Take care.